this movie, this series, Emily in Paris, I hate that series, 'cause it's like the epitome of the idea of what women should not be like. One of the issues that were raised in the movie was blamed on the Andrew Tate type of movement and stuff like this. And personally, I felt like this was an unnecessary stray bullet to the gentle guy just doing his own thing. I don't think he has ever, at least I've never seen a video of Andrew promoting violence against women, promoting wanting a woman by fire by force, promoting anything like what they portrayed in the movie. So I felt like, again, that was the British media rhetoric of trying to make him look bad by fire and by force. What did you think about that Andrew Tate stray bullet? Yeah, I'm thinking a lot of in the media these days, you see a lot of discussion on toxic masculinity, right? I mean, it's also in line with the Andrew Tate thing. The awareness is being pushed aggressively, like over the past years, right? Like the decade or two. At the same time, women liberalism is also being pushed. Now, stay with me now. So you are pushing like men to be, you are really letting us know like, oh, a lot of men can be bad, like this, toxic, like, and women on the other hand, you are pushing, oh, you're my body, my choice, and this and that, like it's being pushed. Like this movie, this series, Emily in Paris, I hate that series, 'cause it's like the epitome of the idea of what women should not be like. And it's like this viral thing that, every woman is talking about.
I know a lot of people watching it, yeah.
Exactly. Back then it was like, we went viral. We are pushing all these ideas. You see a lot of videos on YouTube where if a woman can slap 10 men in the space of 20 meters, and there might not be any consequence in the public, just giving a very radical example. But let that be the reverse. Reverse the gender and see what would happen. So asking why this is happening, I think this could be an example. This could be a very good point of why it's happening, because we are really making masculinity bad, and we are really making things that could make women much more admirable to a lot of men to like really bad also. It's like, no, don't do anything to be good for the opposite or to be appealing to the opposite gender or sex. Be whatever you want. Don't worry, we got you. There's no consequence. And I will give you an example of what really happened in the series that is a clear example of this. Right. When the boy approached the girl and she was like, oh, I'm not that desperate. We are not hearing any discussion on anyone telling their daughters, don't talk to boys like this. He was interested in you. He was just trying to be nice. He wants to, sort of have something with you. Be respectful. Tell him, oh, sorry, this. No one, I've never seen any, it's all this Andrew Tate thing. And I feel like we are pushing a lot of our younger boys to this situation. We don't want to hear what they feel, what they are feeling, how they can really be balanced. Yeah, I think we're raising women to be free and happy and all that stuff. And maybe the boy child they're starting to be neglected. And when you neglect them, let's even say someone like, for me, I strongly believe at least every single video of Andrew Tate that I've seen, except the ones that are like clearly comedy jokes. Yeah. All the videos that he has been serious, I think it makes logical sense. But the world functions on emotions, not necessarily logic. But if you look at what the media says about Andrew, and then you actually watch what he's saying, you will find this huge disconnect. But I put this as a disclaimer. Let's just scrap that completely and say Andrew Tate was a bad guy telling young boys to be terrible human beings. The only reason that message resonates, the only reason young boys listen to him is because they have been neglected, because there's no reasonable voice to listen to. There's no other voice to listen to that actually shows them how to engage in the world today. That resonates. That's the keyword. Exactly. Yeah. The resonation and the fit for the world today.
I think if you still continue to tell women what you're telling them, and the message you still tell boys is be chivalrous, do this for women, do that for women, for example, you're still setting them up for a wrong world, for a wrong society, in my opinion.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
You need to tailor the message accordingly. And it took me a very long time as well. I had discussions with you. I remember having that discussion with Samuel as well, when we were talking about what's the role of a man in a household when it comes to provision and stuff. And then we actually said, well, in the world today where there's a high likelihood that you'll make the same amount as your partner, or your partner makes more and all that stuff, to still want to take on this full responsibility. But I tell you, growing up, and even for me, it took me a long time to take that message in and say, well, this is the new reality of the world, right? You probably need to adjust. And that's the thing. Maybe some people are giving these boys messages that they think make sense, but it's not fitting to the world where women are now what they are. Not bad, but at least engaging with men differently, engaging with the world differently. So you leave a vacuum, and I'm not saying Andrew Tate is bad, but if it was bad, we are also the one that left the vacuum that he would fill.